So hello everyone, Myrmonden here, and welcome to my review of Little's Academia 21. A really fantastic episode. Absolutely the most dramatic, most story-driven episode by far. It had like serious jokes, so I don't know this is serious. And it's like, I talked about it before I watched it, I was like, man, 21, this anime is gonna end soon. Really felt in this episode. It really felt, because it was like, yeah, this anime is very close to ending. It's very clear here. Like they have, the 6 words, and what the end of it later on, right? And they were like, yeah, no, Croix's big plan is soon finished, right? Ursula pretty much tell her she's Shiny Chariot. Not yet, but like pretty much shows her Shiny Chariot, and so on, right? We see how Ursula or Shiny Chariot and how her and Croix got the road when they were kids, and of course Croix didn't get it, and she was like, what the fuck, I should be just the one, and so on, right? So you pretty much got like the flashback or the backstory of them, and still because he loves her or likes her, this or whatever, but he has strong feelings for Shiny Chariot, even though she's trying to overall kill them or something or other. That's a little weird, but yeah, like, so it shows everything pretty much, right? So obviously the anime is at its end, like, and that it's the set itself. But yeah, so I think it was a really good episode. But I just want to nitpick very quickly here. I want to say it's the best episode ever because this anime is kind of a feel-good, very comedy episode, very good physical humor, right? And like, is the episode better than the Machine episode in the Mecha? Yes, because the episode was hilarious, like it's extremely funny, but the episode was just funny, right? But it's kind of like this episode, it's just drama instead. And I think that there are a few episodes that have been both drama and funny, right? Like for example, I think Diana and Akko episode 2, this episode, were probably a little better because they were both funny and had a lot of character development and had a lot of like, Akko, Diana, X, and Andrew. And that was very intriguing drama, and they had a lot of really good scenes there. So in that sense, maybe overall they're a little better. I don't know. They're hard to say. I mean, they're obviously all good episodes. They're like a bad episode here. That I would say is my only like, this could maybe be a little funnier at some parts. Obviously it can't be funny when like climbing and dying at the tree, but it's like at the beginning where her Diana's post is like thank you Akko, like that scene was a little funny. I think that could be funny probably. I think probably there, and Susie and Lotte are talking to, and Diana comes behind them and be like, Akko, come on, grow up, girl. Like that scene could be funny as well. I think it's a bit. Both those like supportive scenes could be better things. Those were probably only bad scenes in the episode. Well, not bad per se, but if compared to like the very dramatic, like slapping Ursa's hand and stuff like that, those things are like amazing, right? So those things were like really good. And those things were a little like you kind of lacking, I think, in filling out at that time. I think especially it also shows that because the anime is going to its end here, Lotte and Susie especially are you supportive. They're very like background characters now, right? They had a lot more screen time. They haven't had much screen time at all for the last like 5 episodes. And you can see right now they had like no script, like one line pretty much, right? So obviously that also shows the anime is very close to ending. Unfortunately, because I think it's the best anime right now. I think the pure anime based, like not based on the manga, just the anime. For me, absolutely. But anyway, it was good at that. Everything else, right? I think as I mentioned, of course, the slapping of Ursula's hand. That was very dramatic. The whole scene was very dramatic, right? You see Akko kind of angered, Clash almost crying at her ready. She's like, why don't you believe in me? Come on, I can do this. Croix believes in me. He's like, Croix is an evil bitch. I was like, stop listening to that bitch, man. And she's like, yeah, but she's tricking you, Akko. I know what's best for you when they do that thing. And you see those that's very, it's like, she's very frustrated. She's very sad, of course. Ready by Akko's, previous, like, Croix encounters, right? And now she's like, and then gets a slap there, and they just, these kind of have this freeze frame a bit there, and look sure, and then you see them both screaming at each other, right? And like, oh, I can see me screaming in the fence, and that was very dramatic, very good scene, very tragic, really sad scene, right? And then later on, of course, when Ursula is injured, Akko heals her, and they're both crying, it's like, no, I'm sorry, and that was fantastic, right? And it's very dramatic episode, of course, but very good, very good. I mean, obviously that's very good, but it's very sad. Obviously the most sad episode. I was taking up a little bit, but especially actually when I rewatched it again for this review, then I felt a little like, yeah, this is actually really sad. Like I already seen it once, but then when I rewatched it, I know what's gonna happen. I actually feel almost more sad. And I'm like, here's a slap like that, here's a slap, oh, slap. It's like it's almost a little worse. And I'm like, I know it's gonna come. It's almost a little worse the next time. But yeah, really, very depressing episode in one way, right? That's what I kind of meant, I guess, because this anime, otherwise the anime is so funny otherwise. So if all this was more funny and a bit more depressing, that might feel like this theme of the episode would be worth around things. So it's like, I think that actually probably be what I expected it more to be. It's kind of back and forth between it, I think a little bit. Anyway, that was very good, right? And I loved it's like the whole ice thing with Ursula. I love that part. We had one part where she's looking at Akko from this scene, right? And she sees, like we see what she sees, and she's like Akko crying on the ground with like, you know, and it's like, and her glass are broken, so it's like shattered through what she sees. Akko is injured, right? And we see her like, you know, in the end, that was enormous details. And earlier, of course, we saw her attacked by Croix, and then we also see like Croix in the eyes, and you see the reflection of Croix in her eyes. And that was so good. God, those two eye reflection was amazing, and they were doing it on both, right? So they're like, yeah, this is some intelligent stuff down here. Very, very good details. And yeah, so but that's the main, right? The whole main story is about, you know, Akko and Ursula, of course. You know, the trust with each other and so on, right? And back and forth, right? The other, of course, story, and there's two stories, obviously, two main stories, right? The other one is, of course, Ursula again, Ursula and Croix instead. So Shiny Chariot and Croix. And the general premise there, I really liked, with that they both kind of find this thing, how to summon kind of the 7 shiny road seeds, that we call it. Because you see them looking at the sky, and you do actually have those kind of like the stars are aligned at the road, and you get the road from Woodward and all of that, right? And that was really good, especially then, of course, and I love that scene where we see this like Croix doing this like, Doctor, I should be chosen. That scene was really good. And I mean, you can look at obviously Croix has never been that, especially not now. She's kind of, you know, pure evil, like ancient evil, trying to kill everyone. She's like, but I wanted the power. Power is supposed to be me, right? So that was really sad for her, right? I mean, I felt especially some rest of her that, because it's kind of like, why would you pick her? Like, I obviously better magician than my best friend is, so why don't you give it to me? Like, well, and she's like, oh, she's also one because she has some kind of spirit. She's like, what? But me? I'm better. I'm more skilled. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. So obviously she's pissed off against that, and then we see of course later where Shiny Chariot is crying to her, and he's like, I'm sorry that I couldn't live up to it. You know, you should have been chosen pretty much. And that was really, really good and very touching. And of course back and forth there. And of course Croix can't even touch the road, even back as a kid. So and she's tried at episode 15, so you see that kind of the flash again there. So, you know, I don't know, just evil in the heart, something like that, right? She's somewhat corrupt, I think. I guess you can't use it. But yeah, that was good. I think the flashback made sense, and also kind of built up that she still likes Ursula, or I mean, she as Ursula, because obviously when she's falling down after they're fighting, because they're like that fight wasn't the bad thing, but yeah, first of all, the fight, right, as she falls down, it's like, Shiny Chariot! And he goes down trying to save her, right? He's like, Chariot, don't die on me. That's a little weird, because it's like, you were just fighting her. It's your fault that you were like, you punched her in the face, you falls down the cliff pretty much, right? It's like, wait a minute, I love her. Yeah, it was kind of like, it was a little weird here, because it was like, I didn't really buy that much. That wasn't that good thing. It was kind of good, but not. It shows us that she still really, really likes or really loves Chariot, right? They have this kind of, you know, the Euro thing going on, right? But it's kind of weird, right? It's a little forced, if you ask me, because it's kind of like, oh, I'm gonna kill you all. And not really, but it's like, you know, I'm gonna conquer the world or whatever. I'm gonna show you the Triskelons or blah blah blah, right? And the next thing is like punching her down with her magic. She falls down and she's like, got you good. She's gonna die. Oh shit! And jumps after her like, no, my beloved. It's like, you were the one that just pushed her off the cliff. You were the one that just did that push. And now it's like, wait a minute. I should actually. I want her to see me. It's like, does she want her to see her conquer the world, or, you know, yeah, but it's kind of like, it's definitely played on that she still really, really, really likes Shiny Chariot. She won't admit it normally, but she really do, right? And I mean, in one way though, it does make the story better, because obviously she had chances to defeat her, kill her earlier, and she didn't. And this time she almost killed her, and she went to save her instead. So I mean, it makes sense that once, that way. But it's a little like, you know, what mental issues does Croix have, which is like, oh, you shot you. I didn't mean to do it. I mean, I meant to kind of stop you, but I didn't mean to hurt you. There's a little bit of that touching me. So I think that's a little weird. Like it feels a little forced, if you ask me, more than it does not make much sense. I mean, I get it, but she's a little too, I'll say, violent toward. I mean, you see what I mean, right? She's a little like too hard on Chariot right earlier, like trying to kill her with this like giant statue, with the arrows, with all the stuff, with traps, with Mandy. Like, she has tried to kill her like several times. Now it's like, oh shit, I just forced her to fall down to death. Oh no, I still love her. Shit, I have to save her. It's kind of like, oh no, wait a minute. This makes me realize I still love her. I have to save her now. It's like, that's a little weird. How she doesn't like. It feels like she's a character with zero self-insight, right? There's zero self-understanding of her own, insight in her own self, right? She's like, okay, I'm trying to kill this woman every chance I have, and as soon as she succeeds, like, oh shit, I still love her. Oh god, what have I done? Like, kind of like that. And I was a little like, So I don't know. I think it's a little weak actually on that part in itself. Actually, has these bias, belief, but it's like, probably actually the weirdest part of the episode, I think. Generally, and of course, like the little bad part though, I would argue for, but Akko is very dim, so it's dim, which is kind of like, okay, I guess it's that of course it has attacks Akko with its hand thing, and it's like, okay, Akko, can't you see that it's Croix stuff again? Like it's like the same kind of magic machine thing all the time. It's like, put one and one together, Akko, please. Like it's a little like that, right? So you have to really believe that Akko cannot, put stuff together. But it's kind of true that Akko isn't very good at stuff. So I guess if you kind of believe in that, Akko is very bad at that stuff. So yeah, that's, I mean, it's a great episode. Very tragic though. One thing I noticed Lara's story, this is really weird. The episode felt kind of weird in the sense, not mean bad with this sound, I mean like it was weird. Because it has a lot of action scenes in the end, it has second half, right? But it has like a really tragic background music, or like tragic, original soundtrack, what's it called. And there's like, this feels weird, like his hands, like, and it's like, this is really like low beat, sad, like typical like death or soundtrack background. It's like, never see them fighting with the arm slap, and after that with the weird, like seed mist, spore attack, whatever that was from the flowers. And then it sounds like really this like tragic background, where you feel like it should be more like a dramatic, action team. It's like, oh shit, do. There should be more of it, like because you see someone clubbing this like obstacle, she's attacking her, and you can expect it more to be like more like fast whatever team, right? And so it's like it's kind of weird, like slide sad, very melodramatic, and it's like that felt weird. Obviously, it was gonna fail though with that music. Like, this is gonna be an action episode. It's just like you see someone doing something and they're gonna die trying to do it. It's like, yeah, okay, this is gonna turn out bad. It's like, yeah, so that felt a little weird. And that just felt like they've never done it before in this anime, and like they rather do it in any anime, right, or whatever TV show, whatever. That's just kind of weird. Like you see, basically in any TV show, or anime, whatever, right? You see someone like, oh yeah, this is an action, a shoot up scene, and instead of having this, like team, beat up, yeah, like okay, we're gonna, we have some kind of high soundtrack, high beat, pitching, yeah, no. That is like a very low, slow sound. And then all of you thinking, okay, someone is gonna get shot by those cops. Like, yeah, someone's gonna get killed now in this engagement, if it's like a TV show, like a cop show, right? That is what you would expect, right? It's kind of like, okay, she's gonna have some trouble climbing this shit, because it's like, okay, yeah, this is not an action scene. This is like you get asked in your face scene. Yeah, this is like, oh shit, she's gonna get burned by those flower things, but for sure, right? So that was like, yeah. This is gonna turn out bad, and it did, of course. But it felt weird, and I almost never seen an anime in my life, to be honest. Like I couldn't think of a similar anime when it doesn't go worse. That's the thing too, but it also gets that way because obviously the witch is very, it still is very, easygoing, and in the end, right? And that they forgive each other and they cry and hug in the end and so on, right? And like, oh, I love you, I love you more, and that kind of thing in the end, right? So it still is very easygoing. It's very like, such a type of like very like, yeah, good, I feel good anime, right? So it's like they do this really tragic song now, but this usually means that someone's gonna get shot in the head pretty much, yeah. But like, no, what happened in this anime? Yeah, it didn't. So it felt like, I don't know, it didn't really fit, I think. Maybe it feels really good though. I maybe confused more than anything. Yeah, I'm still confused. I'm like, man, the episode felt tragic and depressing. Like a depressing episode. There's something is depressing. It's like, this is sad. Weirdly sad. Anyway, that's what the episode, right? Amazing. The slap again. That's amazing to see before and afterwards. Them hugging out, crying in the injured way over there. That whole part. Just great, right? And of course we see the Croix part, how she's got like, she wasn't allowed to use the Shiny Road. She's like, but I am better. Why do you hate me, God? Yeah, that was good. So they see what she's hating on them. But also she still likes Chariot, which kind of. And of course, in the end, we see her having this huge road, like mecha road kind of thing. That's definitely the same Shiny, but it's bigger, right? Because they have the same alignment with the stars. And it looks really evil because it's like dark metal, right? It's like a nice like white metal, holy metal. She's been like a darkness road, yeah. The road that eats souls or something. That's the end of it, definitely. Because the last second is like, yeah, she has built like the reverse of Shiny Road. But again, it's a little weird now because now we know that she still loves Ursula Chariot. So it's kind of like, what are you attempting to do with this thing? Are you gonna be like, yeah, look at this, Chariot, I conquered the world. Now be my wife because or else I kill you. Like, what's the plan? Like, yeah, it feels like it's weird. It's like this doesn't make that I didn't like. That's only really sweet episode. I mean, not like production-wise, but like story-wise more. Not also production-wise, the comedy, but this is like a story-wise. People are like, does this make sense? Actually, it sounded like. But we can't say enough yet because we have it next week if it makes sense because we see her. We haven't really got her grand plan right. We haven't seen Croix like how the puppeteering plan, getting power from people's souls, whatever. We haven't really got the whole plan yet, so we can't really say for sure what her like main goal is. But it seems weird if her main goal didn't include having at her side in the end, right? Like, you're gonna be my bitch in the end of this thing. That they kind of feels like she's gonna enslave her. I don't know, but like, it's weird, like how she's gonna like she's actually almost change her mind, right? So trying to corrupt her and join the evil side. Yeah, so is that her main goal? Like take over the world and get her old girlfriend to join her evil side? Is that the main goal? Right? They kind of that's what's happening. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So I won't say too much about it. I guess. I'm not complaining about it yet until we actually see her grand plan, which I probably will next week or maybe in 2 weeks, but probably next week. Probably be the major stuff, right? So anyway, see you guys next week and have a great day.